Hi guys, I'm Stevie and this is the wonderful Jessica and we are back for another episode of SweetAunt SpicyAunt.
Oh my goodness.
So if you want us to answer your questions in our next episode, then be sure to follow us both on Instagram and look out for the little question box.
Sorry, I've got a yawn.
Oh, also, if you haven't watched the first part, go over to Jessica's channel. The link will be in the description to watch that one first, or you can watch it after. It's up to you. Also, happy International Women's Day.
Yay!
Text a woman you love.
Okay, question 1. I just moved in with my partner. How do I make time for myself when I'm such a people pleaser?
Did you experience this?
I am the opposite of a people pleaser.
Yeah, no, never mind. So I found that when I first met Claudia, I wanted to do nothing except spend every single moment of every single day with her. And I was like, thank God she goes to work, because when would I rest? And we're like 8.5, almost 9 years into knowing each other, and it's still a bit like that.
Yeah, I think that you should just have open communication. And if you are someone who is a little bit more agreeable than your partner and the other person is a little more disagreeable, then that's something that you should talk about so that the disagreeable one can be aware of your people-pleasing tendencies, because I'm sure that they don't want to take advantage of you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish in my first relationship I'd been a bit more open about my people-pleasing tendencies, although I didn't realize that's what it was. I definitely was like, yeah, it's fine, I can do this essay later, and then it comes to midnight and I'm like, oh no, I really wish I'd done this earlier, and now I'm exhausted, but here I am. Oh.
Yeah, when I was going through like the process of learning how to adopt, like how to become an adopter?
Adoptive parent?
They were saying there's like a general rule of take a bit of time to yourself every single day, a longer chunk of time to yourself once a week, an even longer chunk of time to yourself once a month. And I think that can be applied to any relationship or living situation where, you know, at least
sounds good for all humans.
Yeah, like having a cup of tea by yourself, or just any hobby that you have at least once a day, and then once a week going away for a couple hours to do whatever, have a long bath or go out and see a friend.
Sounds good.
Are you gonna start doing that now? Having a cup of tea by yourself in the garden?
A lem sip.
Don't drink tea, just let them sip.
Oh my god, wait, should we do a video where you try a bunch of different
No,
teas?
I hate tea.
I know, that's why it'll
I'm
be
a
great.
terrible British person, I'm sorry.
That's why it'll be entertaining.
Oh my god.
You just say it's
That
all
all
bad.
tastes terrible.
How to feel sexy and fun again after becoming physically disabled?
That is a hard question to answer, I think, without knowing what's happened.
Yeah, so what I'm getting from your question is that becoming disabled has made you feel not sexy and not fun. There's so many things that can happen in someone's life to make them feel not fun and to make them feel not sexy. And my trick has always been to gaslight myself and everyone else around me, right? So if like I'm not feeling sexy in the moment, I just look in the mirror and I go, holy fuck, you are the hottest bitch I've ever seen in my life. And then I say that to other people that I'm around, and it basically tricks them into believing it, because I'm so hot, right? I feel like I've just gaslit everyone into thinking that I'm really attractive, you know?
Okay, for me, fair enough. You go, well done, good job. Excellent.
Could you do that, do you think?
Oh no, I just think I am fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So then yes.
So I, yeah, I know. No, so I grew up with a disability. For me, my body isn't necessarily read as being physically disabled when I have clothes on. There was definitely a process of becoming a teenage girl and being like, I wear bikinis at a pool, and someone, you know, is gonna look at my back and be like, what happened to her? Why is her spine all kind of twisted, and why do her ribs all go the wrong way? And so for me, what I did was start to focus on the bits of myself that I really loved and I really found attractive within myself. So in the darkest moments where I'd be like, there's nothing about my physical body that I like right now. Like, I paralyzed both of my arms as a teenager, and they work now, but not to the full extent that they did before they became paralyzed. Don't worry, I have a nerve disorder. This thing happens. It probably won't happen to you. You have no reason to panic. I feel like I always have to say that whenever I do a speech because people are always like, sorry, what? What happened? But I would focus on things like, just like, I really like the way the skin looks on my arm. Like it's really nice. Like I really like my moles here. I really like how they make this little triangle. Like that's quite attractive to me. I like that. And then I kind of branched out and be like, you know, I've got a really nice wrist. You know, like that's a really nice wrist. I like that. It started to become something that, you know, actually, yeah, maybe I do love it. Maybe I do love this little body. Yeah, okay. And then I was more willing to share it with other people.
I love that. Sometimes when I'm riddled with internalized ableism because something is happening with my chronic illness. I have a list of things that isn't made up of connective tissue. It's a very short list. And so
teeth.
I like to repeat it in my head. So the one I choose to repeat most of the time is eyeball juice. There's no collagen in eyeball juice. So I always say, well, at least my eyeball juice is good. You know what I mean? What?
Oh, that gave me such an ick.
Eyeball juice. After all these years, that is what gave you the ick about
eyeball juice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eyeball juice is good. Eyeball juice works just like everyone else's. Are you okay?
That's so not right.
Oh my God. Are you actually going to start gifting?
The point is,
focus on the positives. On the fun point, I think if you're really struggling with a lot of differences in your life now versus before, a lot of the time it can feel like you're not fun because you're asking either your partner or someone who's caring for you or your friends for a lot of support, or you're saying no to a lot of things, or it's like, oh, I can't do that because of that. So I think just making up lies about why that's happening could be really fun. Like you can make up an imaginary person and say like, oh my God, Bob kicked me the other day, so I can't walk very far today. Isn't that ridiculous? I think I need to tell the police, you know? Just coming up with, it's someone else's fault, and obviously your friends and whoever is in on it. But that could be fun. Blame it on your imaginary friend Bob for doing everything. Yeah. Bob put something in my food the other day and I think I'm poisoned. I can't have gluten today. Isn't that crazy?
Being around you is such a strange experience.
It's fun, it's fun. Just shift the blame to an imaginary person. They won't feel a thing.
Okay, question 3. I'll try and keep this one a bit shorter.
All right.
Advice for a long distance relationship, question mark. I'm very much missing constant physical contact.
I don't know. Call an escort.
Stevie!
How do you decide on house decor with a partner if your taste is very different?
Well, I've always said I would never be with someone who had an opinion on home decor because I could not handle that. I'm too disagreeable to be with someone who's gonna fight with me over the wall paint color, right?
Sorry, what? You'd never be with someone who had an opinion?
Yeah.
About
mine are way too
of your
strong.
house.
I need to be with someone.
Are you okay, honey? Do we need to send someone?
I need to be with someone who is agreeable, especially on home decor. Not everything, but that specifically, because I am so much, the vibes have got to be good.
Does she get any say?
Well, she's the most disagreeable person I've ever been with as it comes to home decor, so we do get in lots of fights about it, but you know. But she still does tell me I can't paint walls certain colors. Pisses me right off.
Well, perhaps you could both create mood boards and then see what you like on each other's mood boards.
I love that. Because like you create a separate space that's not your actual place to decorate, right? The Pinterest board or the mood board. You don't give yourself an opportunity to be territorial or disagree. Mm-hmm. Does anyone know a couple who is broken up because they can't agree on home decor? Because I feel like there's got to be some.
Claudia and I both enjoy a good right move. A good, you know, just calming search of the right move. And I have a passion for Edwardian houses. But the most heartbreaking thing is when you click on an Edwardian house and you're like, what have you done? And they've gutted it and made it all white, shiny, modern inside. I'm like,
landlord special.
You don't deserve this house. You don't deserve it. Back away. What were you thinking? Why did you do this?
I mean, the beauty about Edwardian houses is the symmetry. So you can always kind of restore it, you know, what I think
You
is
can't.
criminal is when people take craftsman, like all of the beautiful wood everywhere, craftsman homes, and then they paint over it. We could definitely react to those, and that would be very, very entertaining, because I'm sure you would agree.
Last question. How to tell my fox watching parent I'm bi, but super casually?
Fox
watching?
They like to watch foxes.
Fox News.
Oh, fox watching.
I'm so sorry, my mind immediately went to fox hunting, and I was like,
I thought it was like bird watchers, but they like to watch foxes.
your parent likes to watch fox hunting.
Just inserting that detail in there.
Fox News, I mean, it's been in lots of court proceedings that they're not, Fox News anchors not only do they not believe the things they're saying, but they don't consider their channel as fact. They consider it as entertainment, and they are being characters. So it is very difficult when your parent is someone who thinks that it's true or real when the person who's saying it doesn't even think that. But casual ways to say you're bisexual. I think you should just always say everyone's bisexual. Everyone's a little bit bi, right? Which is something only bisexuals say, right? But try to get them to agree.
Interesting. Okay. How would you bring up that everyone's bisexual?
I don't know. People say it to me all the time, and I'm like, well, then you just outed yourself as bisexual to me. 'Cause only bisexuals would say
People
that.
say it to you just all the time. Like you're just ordering coffee, and the person goes, "Here's your coffee." Everyone's a little bit bisexual.
Yeah, it says it on the cup sometimes, actually.
What are this parents' other hobbies? Could we ask?
Fox watching.
Could we suggest watching a film together that maybe has some light undertones of homosexuality? Maybe.
Light homosexuality undertones.
Light
That sounds like a warning
homosexuality.
on TV.
You know, the Hallmark Channel gay best friend type.
Is there anyone on Fox News
And then-
that's bisexual?
I don't know. But that's the place to start, and then we slowly start adding more and more layers.
You could ask them how they know they're straight. I'm not really good at subtle. Oh, change your name in their phone, like change their autocorrect to bisexual. So they start typing like Katie, but then it changes to bisexual.
Maybe have a talk with your parent that's like, "Hey Dad, you know I love you, and I love everything about you, and it really wouldn't matter to me. Whatever there was, you know, if you felt like you were hiding something from me,
Yeah, pretend like they're bisexual.
this is an unconditional love between us."
I love it. That's genius. Try it out and let us know how it goes.
That's actually really good advice.
Yeah, it's
And
really
they
good.
might be like, "Oh, same with you, darling."
Same
Yeah.
with you, darling. Perfect.
And then you
I'm
go,
bisexual.
"Oh, really?" It's like sort of gaslighty, but like
It's a little bit manipulative, but
yeah,
it's
but
fine.
like in a really good way.
Trick them
It's
into
like
loving you
gaslighting in a good
unconditionally.
way. Yeah.
Cool. Wrap it up.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go and check out Jessica's video over on her channel, and also all of her links to all of her socials will be in the video description, where you can find out about why her arms went paralyzed that one time. And if you haven't seen our other episodes of Sweet Aunt Spicy Aunt, go to the playlist and catch yourself up. And we will see you guys next time. Bye. I'm going purple.
Oh my god.
Maybe pink first, but then purple. Oh yeah, we're filming.
We've done 2 questions so far, and you've both babbled on both of them. So,
Can I just say, the filming of my video, we were like at 5 questions by this point,
Yeah.
and we've only done 2
quick.
here.